Are there parts of yourself that you don't like or that you even try to hide? Welcome to your shadow side. So, the term shadow was invented by psychoanalyst Carl Jung. He defined as a part of yourself that is uncivilized, even primitive of your nature. Of course, some of us don't realize that we even have a shadow side due to lack of self-awareness and shame or guilt that's even there. So what we often do instead is we project that side that exists on us into other people. And normally we criticize that part in other people. That's called the shadow projection. Ultimately, we want to be able to integrate the shadow with our regular self. We don't want to stay in that shadow side for too long. However, when you are going through the shadow work or the shadow journey, you may be there for some time in order to completely understand. And I don't think that is ultimately a bad thing, as long as you know that it has to have an expiration date. Otherwise, you can definitely become jaded, for the lack of a better terminology. Most of the time, people that stay in their shadow is because they want to stay safe. The shadow can keep you very safe. Okay. Just to make it a little more digestible, I will give you a few examples of shadow archetypes that exist in pretty much all of us. Carl Jung didn't only believe that it was individuals who had the shadow side. He also believed in the collective shadow, where people united their shadows in groups of societies. He saw this as a much greater danger to our collective when that shadow was projected out to different civilizations. And one of the examples that he uses is during the Holocaust. It was when that shadow side was projected out towards the Jews during the Holocaust. When people unite their hatred towards a particular race or religion, the greater result of it is a devastating tragedy. Now you must be wondering, why do I need to know my shadow? Well, everybody should get to know their shadow. Only because if you want to become a more balanced person and a far less judgmental person, you have to do your self-discovery and see your shadow not as an enemy. So this way you don't criticize other people so much. When you have a tendency to think that other people are the problem, always, then you are projecting out all this unwanted side of your own self. That's why it's so important to look inwardly and go through this a bit of an uncomfortable part. But one of the best ways to start this journey is by practicing self-awareness. So every single time you criticize someone else, it is an indication that that exists in you. Knowing your shadow side will also improve all your relationships around yourself, since when we can accept and understand ourselves better, we automatically accept and understand other people, other races, other religions so much better. Finally, Carl Jung also connected this shadow work to creativity. The more you become comfortable with yourself and your dark side, your creativity increases and improves, because now you're no longer fearful of expressing all your ideas. You're less judgmental about the ones that are a bit more daring. And perhaps the more free and the more you welcome all your emotions, the more free we are in ways that we think and accomplish things.